Hello, everybody, and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast all about knitting. I'm not really going to talk about spinning too much. Well, I will a little bit, and maybe a little bit of dyeing of yarn. I do these things from my home right here outside of Lima, Ohio. I live here with my very handsome husband, Randy, his father, Ronald, Ronald's cat, Tommy, and my dog, Ginger, who may or may not make an appearance. She sometimes does. Um, Anyways, today is September 29th, 2021, and this is episode 260. Now, I'm on the internet, on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress as Naturally Kim's Knitting. And I'm on Ravelry as NapiersKnits. And then, of course, we have a Ravelry podcast group called Naturally Kim's Knitting. And I'm on Instagram as knitting_Kim. And I say I'm on there, but I check into there maybe 3 times a week because I forget. Because that's something I do at bedtime, and sometimes I'm too tired. Sorry. I need to let you know I am an affiliate with Knit Picks and with Michaels, but I'll talk about them more in a little bit. But if you do decide to shop at Knit Picks or Michaels, if you could go over to ksnapier475.blogspot.com and either pick the Michaels or the Knit Pick link before you shop, I can get a couple pennies. And may I tell you, it may take a while for those couple pennies to add up, but it's worth it. I got my first commission check from Knit Picks, and it's part of it is because you guys have been taking to heart what I said. When you win a gift card, if you could please go over here and spend it through there, and you've done that. And so because of that, I received my first commission check from Knit Picks. So it is helpful. I can use that now. I can put that towards gift cards. Isn't that wonderful? Anyways, one of the reasons for coming over to Ravelry once in a while is because we have knit-alongs going on. One of them that we have going on is our finished object craft-along. I say knit-along, but they're craft-alongs for September. It's open. You've only got a couple more days to get your items in there. I know this is when everybody makes a mad dash and puts all their items in at the last minute. The drawing is going to be on October 1st. I may put something little out announcing the winners on October 1st. I don't even know what day that is. This is Wednesday, Thursday. It'll be close because I'm working. I volunteer in the morning. I tutor 2 hours in the afternoon. I will try to, though. Anyways. Oh, and I said you can win prizes on there. Well, the prizes you can choose from are a $10 gift card from Knit Picks or from Michaels, or a giftable pattern up to $10 in value. Or, and of course, I didn't bring it over, and I was looking at it earlier this week. I have a skein of yarn from Darn Good Yarns that I'm giving away. It's a silk yarn, 50 grams. It is soft. It is beautiful. Oh. Anyways, like I said, I'll be closing that October 1st. Doing random number generator. I don't judge these things myself. And I will give out the prizes. Sorry, my leg itches. I wanted to make sure I didn't have a bug. Now our second, and I also am hoarse, and I have no reason or no idea why. Well, other than I did spend a little time outside, and the pollen is everywhere. Pollen and mainly grass seed heads. So I'm having some sparkling ice, because that sometimes helps. It's a peach nectarine. It is good. Anyways, we have another one going on. MylasKnitCorner, or you can knit something red. We've not had a great input from this one. If you are doing MylasKnitCorner, could you let me, a pattern for MylasKnitCorner, could you let me know at the bottom, underneath the video? Let me know if you're doing it, what you're doing. because it makes me kind of sad. Myla's a very good person. She's a good friend of mine. I haven't talked with her for a while, so I am so sad about that. I need to. So, anyways, let me know. Um, all you have to do for this one is either knit or crochet or whatever, something in red, or do a Myla's Knit Corner design. Now you have until November 1st to finish this one. Um, Fun thing would be to take a Myla's Knit Corner design and make it red. That would be fun. Anyways, I'll be closing the. I have these random notifications come up. I'll be closing this one on November 1st, doing random number generator. If you do a Myla's Knit Corner, I told you I was thinking about this last week. I've decided I'm going to. If you do a Myla's Knit Corner, you get 2 entries into the drawing because I really want to promote her. You can poly dip if you finish something in here and you want to put it in the finished object. Do that. I'm all for that. You can poly dip in somebody else's as long as it follows their rules. Now, prizes. If you ever want to donate a prize, let me know. The prizes in here are going to be a giftable pattern up to $15, or a $15 gift card from Michael's or one from Knitpicks, or a pattern from Myla's Knit Corner. Okay? And like I said before, if you use the cards through my blogger account, I really appreciate it. Now, first responders gets first choice as a prize. So if somebody contacts me and say, oh, I'd like the Myla's Knit Corner, that's taken out unless I have more than 40 entries. At this point, it doesn't look like I will. For the finished object one, if we have more than, 3 there? I have to think. Sorry about that. Yeah, 3. Oh, 4 with Darn Good Yarns. So if I have over 40, I will up it into one more gift card. Unless I get 50, then it'll be another gift card. And if I get 60, then I'll add a giftable pattern, and so on. I did get bit by something. I gotta stop scratching it. So anyways, now looking ahead, we have a couple of my favorites. I have November, December, we're going to do knitting for others. I mean, it's just the time of the year where you should think about knitting for others. In January and February, it's going to be dishcloths or towels. Okay? Now, on my needles. Well, of course, I think I was at this stage with the Advent sock I started last week. I got the toe of the Advent sock done. I'm going to work on the body of it in a little bit. But, yeah. So that's an Advent sock. I'm thinking I'm going to make this one for the kids. I'm almost caught up on mine. So I'm going back and forth. What else is on my needles? Well, I have a pair of socks. It's going to be for the soup kitchen. Made out of Felici yarn. And I don't know. I was knitting this up. Felici's is a self-striping yarn from Knitpicks, and oh, I love it. They come in 50-gram bowls. But I was knitting this. I got to the heel, and I thought, well, I could do the ribbing all the way up. But I've done that so many times, and I don't know if you can see the pattern. I'm kind of trying to go diagonal. So I do 4 rows of knit 4, purl 4, and then I go over 2 stitches, and I start it again. So I like them. This one I made a mistake at the beginning of it, so I'm not going to show you that part. But yeah, I'm a little bit farther on this one. Ta-da! So yeah, I like working on those. Then I've also got, I didn't correct it on there, a granny square Afghan that I'm making for my dear puppy, because in the winter she gets chilly. And it's just a granny square. And this is all hand spun yarn by me. A little bit of it is hand dyed. But yeah, I'm having fun with that too. And it makes me happy to know my puppy's going to be warmer this winter. Let's see. Oh, yes. This is also homespun yarn. This is how far I am on my rocket tee. I'm sorry. It's curling, of course. But different colors. Every 8 rows, I switch colors. And then I'll be repeating probably after this one. It's after the one I'm working on. I think I'm going to repeat. I have one more I could use, but it's very similar to this last color. So I'm thinking, I say I'm thinking, but you never know. 5 minutes from now, I might say, yeah, I think I will. So that leads right into finished objects. Last week I had lots because it had been a couple weeks since I had shared. Well, I think I showed you this pink one last week. I think I did. This is what for one of my Advent socks. And this one is too, because I got to the ribbing. Oh, okay. I got to the ribbing and I thought, oh, I got to finish that off. I don't have enough for another round. So I didn't do my normal 10 rows of ribbing at the top. So, yeah. Those are both for my socks. I can tell the difference because I'm doing a knit 2, purl 2 all the way up on my grandkids. Okay. Wow. That covers my needles and my hooks. Books. Still reading the books that I just started last week, so I'm not ready to talk to them about them yet. However, my next section I love because it was questions for me, and you guys are wonderful. I had a few people ask questions, and what I'm going to do is answer one question a week because we don't want this to go on and on and on forever. So, somebody asked me, have I tried Knit Picks Brava? Is it soft? How does it compare to Caron's Simply Soft, Red Heart Super Saver, Hobby Lobby's? Oh, I love this yarn. You know what? Brava, I've got 2 colors of it. I'm going to do something with it. I haven't decided yet. Brava is I love it. It passes the cheek test. It is very soft. If I had different colors, I would possibly make a baby blanket out of it. I suppose I might work it up and see how it turns out. Not sure. But I love Brava. It's a worsted weight. It's 218 yards, 100 grams. They suggest number 7 or 8 knitting needles. Or, I have to read this right, I through K crochet hooks. It is a 100% premium acrylic. That means it can be wash dry, it can be tumble dry. And this is by Knit Picks and We Crochet. So, look at those. Aren't those gorgeous? I think they are. And like I said, they pass the cheek test. Now, let me see where I can find the beginning of it. This was a little loopy, so you would think the beginning would be quite obvious. Anyways, it's a really nice twisted yarn. That's why I'm thinking it's super soft. And if I like the way the colors work up, it might still be a baby blanket. This one is silver. And this one is salt and pepper speckled. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I know it's not traditional baby blanket colors, but there's going to be somebody out there who's going to enjoy it. So that's what I'm probably going to do. So that was one of the questions they wanted to know about this. I would, as soft as it is, I would compare it to Simply Soft. I've not used enough Super Saver to know. I'm not really a big fan of Super Savers, I remember. It feels a little stiff to me, but that could be me. Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn, I would say similar. Michaels also has worsted weight yarns that is very similar. They carry the Corone yarns. They carry Bernat, whatever it is. Talking of which, there is a contest where at Michaels, if you go to Michaels and you buy a Bernat, it's ones with special numbers on the end of the tag. And you put that into a contest, you can win money from Bernat, and you could be eligible for a $50 weekly Michaels gift card. I think that's worth it. Anyways, I don't really, I've not really done yarn reviews before, but I'm going to try and maybe I'll get better and better. I do book reviews. Yarn reviews should be similar. I do like the fact that that's an acrylic and it's soft. So anyways. Okay, so I answered that question. I'm going to do more as we go along. I may make that a section when I have yarns to review, that I'll do that. Now let's see. So, back to Myla's Knit Corner. I'm going to give away two patterns right now. Well, you have to respond within the next week. Underneath my show notes, you have to tell me which one you would like, why you chose that one, and what yarn you would use to make it. Okay, no, let's say, which pattern, why you chose that one, and are you knitting from your stash or are you buying yarn? There we go. And what I will do is, at week's end, random number generator from the responses, and the first two will get Myla's Knit Corner pattern, okay? So I have recovery on there, and I was trying to think what I was going to say. Well, I'm getting down to the last 4 weeks of shoulder exercises and all that, which means, so the last couple of weeks I've been lifting 2 pounds in this arm. Now I'm on 3. And let me tell you, I didn't think it made a big difference because I didn't, it was a little bit harder to lift, but, whatever. Last night I had sore muscles. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I do that 3 times a day, every day. But next week, they warned me, since we're in the last 4 weeks, they're going to up the therapy. So I warned my husband, I said, it may end up being like when I first got out of surgery, I may end up sitting on the sofa and just kind of slumping there after 3 repeats of the exercises. I said, you may have to serve me on the sofa. He goes, okay, I can do that. He's such a good man. He has been taking care of me so much during this. God truly blessed me when he put Randy in my life, when we met in Sunday school all those years ago. Anyways, and then something else, church related and knitting related. Our Pastor Brian, I may have told you part of this, but he came up to me, it had to be 2 weeks ago because last week I wasn't able to work, migraines. It asked me if I would share about my knitting with the church. And because we're doing this Fruits of the Spirit and he wants to work it in there, and I told him, well, yeah, I can. So he sent me the questions, and one of them is, how did you get started knitting? I've told you guys the story about my mom asking my cousin to teach me how to knit to try to help me to stop biting my nails. Well, the biting the nails, I have it under control unless I'm in pain or I'm stressed. But knitting has been with me ever since. I made my dad a 12-foot scarf. Took me forever. And that was the first thing he asked me to knit him when I started learning how to knit. And it took me years because I don't like doing scarves. It's too repetitive. But I did it for my dad. And I finally got it. Wasn't that Christmas, but it was probably the next Christmas or so. And I finally got it together and I got it sent to him. So, yes, I'm excited about sharing it with the church. He mainly asked because I take my soup kitchen socks with me to church. Or if there's something I'm knitting for somebody and they need prayers, then I take them with me to church. I take them with me when I volunteer for the downtimes. And that way I feel like they're filled with God's love. I pray over every time I start working on a sock. I say a little prayer for whoever's feet these are going on. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It was supposed to have been last week, but he changed his mind, and he didn't have anybody come up and talk last week. He's going to have people come up. I don't know if it's every week or every couple weeks, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'll go to both services. It's worth it. Okay, so I'm going to let you know a little bit what's going on with Michaels and Knit Picks. Knit Picks has Kindred Yarn. I've not tried it yet. I don't know. It's 68% baby alpaca, 32% Peruvian Pima cotton. Sounds soft. Anyways, if you buy 4 skeins of it, you get 1 free with the code Kindred B4. Kindred B4. Okay? This is a DK weight yarn. And 115 yarns per skein, 50 grams per skein. Yeah. So anyways, I think it looks interesting. I just can't right now. They also have mystery grab bags, up to 30% off of the items that are in there. They have books up to 60% off. So not fair. And of course they have their bulk yarn. The bare yarn. When you buy it in bulk, it's 15% off. Then this week, those of you who have shopped Knit Picks regularly know that they have a 12 weeks of gifting every year. This week is the first week. I just got my notification this morning, and it's the Rain Chain Blanket. It's made out of bulky yarn. It is gorgeous. You need to go check it out because it is gorgeous. So that's Knit Picks. Michaels, 20% off of regular purchases, but you have to use a code, and it's right there when you go in. I can't remember. They're having 50% off of all their fall decor. And, oh yes, I did purchase something from them. Because part of I really can't do this regularly. I have to wait till I've used up my other yarn. But I'm going to review this sometime, and I'll let you know what it is when it comes. But if you want to shop Michaels, or if you want to look over Michaels, I know I said you could go to my show notes. I'm going to put a link underneath. It's at the bottom of the show notes, a link to Michaels. So just go there, click it. I think I set it up as a link, so you should be able to click it and go. If not, you can copy and paste, and it still works. Anyways, so for today, I think that's it for today. If you liked this video, please push like, push subscribe, and then share it, please. I would appreciate that. I know I ask so many things of you guys, and I hate asking for anything else. I really do. But I hate promoting myself. I love chatting with you, and I don't feel like that's promoting myself. That's just showing you, I would do that with my friends. Look at this, So I consider you guys my friends, or I wouldn't be doing this. But I do ask that if you shop Michaels or Knit Picks, either go to the link in the show notes, okay? Knit Picks, the link is at Blogger, okay? So anyways, I hope you guys all have a great week. I hope it is filled with wonderful craftiness without any mistakes. Then if you do make a mistake, I hope it's a little one that's easy to fix. I love all of you. I can do that with my right hand. I love all of you. Watch this. I can do this too. Big hugs. Take care. And God bless. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.